creatures of the night? It's your girl Tati. Let's talk about Ring of Honor. We started off with the Ring of Honor Men's World Championship on the line. Bandito versus Hechicero. Yes, part 2. So for those of you who did not see this match on Friday, if you don't have a CMLL subscription, then you probably didn't see the match. But they had a rematch over on CMLL on Friday. Now, for those of you who might have heard the rumors about Bandito hurting his shoulder got dislocated during this match. And if you were watching Dynamite, you would have seen that Bandito was wrapped up. His shoulder was all fucked up, and he had the kinesio tape and everything on there. And it became a huge focus in this match in terms of him doing things with like one arm and not being able to do certain moves because of that shoulder. Now, the match, I would say, I thought was really, really great. It gave a different vibe from what we got about a month or so ago at Death Before Dishonor during their first match. It's just different. So I think I still like the first one better, but the vibe of seeing it the very first time, that very first match that they had, I think is a little different from the second time around. Bandito is a fucking star, and to think that he was out and injured for a long time with a broken wrist, and since he's been back, he's been on fire. And Hechicero as well. Like, I know people are definitely seeing what he's doing, and they like him. Like, even though he's part of the Don Callis family, they got no problem cheering Hechicero because the talent is there. You cannot deny the talent, so they love him anyway. Once Bandito end up dislocating his shoulder, you can see the pain in his face. Like, I do feel like it's a real injury. Now, I did say the other day on my live stream that, hey, a dislocated shoulder ain't nothing. We used to dislocate our shoulders on the playground all the time when we were kids. But now imagine you're like in your, late 20s, 30s or something. It's different at this age, you know what I mean? So obviously he's in pain and he wanted to continue the match. Someone from the back came. Well, the referee was checking up on him. They brought out some wrap, and they wrapped up the arm and tried to help him. And he's just like, come on. I want to continue this match. Hechicero kept working on that arm the rest of the match, actually. And for me, for a moment, I was questioning, is this a real injury? Like why would he be so rough on something that was actually injured? But whatever the situation was, we knew that Hechicero just wasn't going to win the world title, not on CMLL. Now, it wouldn't happen the first time a Ring of Honor title had changed hands on the CMLL show, but I figured that this wouldn't have made sense for this title, this specific title, to change hands. Bandito ended up taking the win. In terms of his injury, I don't know what's going to happen here in terms of him being the Ring of Honor World title and also the tag team title as tag team champions in AEW with Brody. And this is interesting because they were talking about, their match they're going to have at Wrestle Dream with Okada and Takeshita, which is another interesting thing, like a whole different thing going on with that. And, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen here. When it comes to Ring of Honor, he's not as active as I wish he would be on the show. He's mainly focused on AEW, and I wish there was a little bit more of a focus there. And honestly, maybe if he dropped the tag titles, that we can have a little bit more of him on Ring of Honor. Right now, I don't know if that's going to be the case because the company seems to be really high on him, and rightfully so. Now, we have a vignette of STP and Skyflight again. They're teasing these teams to go against each other at some point. There isn't, for me, I feel like there isn't an actual feud there. Like, we need to have them actually being physical with each other and like getting in each other's faces so it could feel like something is going on. We've only just been getting videos of them, pre-recorded videos of them just talking shit about each other, which honestly I feel like is not enough in terms of once the titles go on the line, we got these two teams going at it. We'll see what happens with that. Now, we have Shane Taylor, who comes out with STP to go against Cousin Beef. Cousin Beef get his ass whooped. I mean, he did have a little, defense here and there, but he gets ass whooped for the most part. And Shane ends up knocking his ass out for the win. Didn't take too long. After the match, STP was like, you know what? Let's stomp this bitch out. And they go on to attack him. And that's when the Workhorsemen end up coming out, which is J.D. Drake, Anthony Henry, his cousin. They come on out there to help Beef. And while they're trying to help Beef, here comes LFI like, you not going to go out there and not get your ass whooped. So they go out there, they're beating them on the Workhorsemen. And SCP, they stop and they look and they're just like, well, let's just get the fuck out of here. Whatever they got going on got nothing to do with us. And they end up leaving. I think it's pretty cool to have, well, they're not feuding, but we're seeing trios. That's what I like. We're seeing trios, and that helps keep the six-man tag division alive. So fingers crossed for this division to really, really pick up, because I feel like we have the right champions right now, and we need some feuds and some stories going along with it. Whatever they're doing with Skyflight, we need a hell of a lot more interactions with them face-to-face in the future. After this, Billie Starkz go one-on-one with Viva Van. I think we all knew that Billie would win. She did win her match against Olympia for whatever reason to advance in the pure tournament. Now look, Billie Starkz, she's alright or whatever, but I don't know. I'm not interested in seeing her win this tournament. Like, I'm really not. Every time there's been a tournament, every time there's been an opportunity for a women's title, she's always been one of them girls in the forefront to go for those titles. And honestly, I, at this point, am interested in seeing other girls get opportunity. Viva Van would have been a great example in terms of someone who could have advanced in a tournament like this. But unfortunately, she ends up taking the L against Billie Starkz. Now after this, QTV back there doing a little segment, and Harley Cameron weeks ago said that she was only here for like one time, and since then she's been there every week with them. So I guess they're back with QTV, whatever. So apparently the pizza people, oh my god, Tony Khan, keep these people away from my show. Oh my god, I can't do it with the Costco people. The pizza dad was over there, and he's getting into an argument with Trent Beretta and Rocky, and I was kind of surprised to see Trent because he'd been injured for a while. As a matter of fact, past few days they've been rumbling on the internet about how Trent's injury is more serious than people thought it was, and he's going to be gone for even longer. Whatever the hell they were saying, I don't really care about these rumors. But it was interesting to see him there arguing with the pizza man. And that the pizza man was talking about, oh, he needs to have a tag partner for his match at Wrestle Dream. I said, wrestle what? A tag partner for what? Look, maybe it helps with the numbers with them being there. Honestly, I really don't know. I don't work over there, so I couldn't tell you. But like, I don't feel anything interesting when it comes to the people that work at Costco, whatever the hell they do. I'm just not interested. What was interesting about this, though, was that he is looking for a partner in QT Marshall. Well, they kind of insinuate that he's looking for a partner with QT, and I thought that was interesting because I was like, wait a minute, didn't y'all beat each other up one pre-show a couple of months ago, and now they're gonna partner up to go against what, Trent and Rocky at some pre-show at Wrestle Dream? Tony Khan, it's a no for me. After this, we have Spanish Announce Project going against Local Talent in a not-so-squash match, which I do appreciate. I actually really like Spanish Announce Project. You know, I do enjoy them, and I really feel like if it were me, if I would want, you know, running things over there, you know, I would make Angelico a big fucking deal. Like, he's a really great wrestler, and I feel like we just see him every once in a while doing some tag match or maybe one-on-one if we're lucky, and, you know, it doesn't get any further than that. It took me back to when he had somewhat of a feud with Eddie Kingston for the Ring of Honor World title, and he had these series of matches to kind of prove himself in terms of why he should go against Eddie Kingston. And I was like, I felt blown away, and I was like, yo, he's actually really talented. Like, let's give this guy something to do. And since then, it's just been really off and on in terms of when he's on. So honestly, I don't know what it is, but I do like him. Spanish Announce Project ends up taking the win. After this, weirdly enough, Blake Christian, Blake, we love you, Blake, is calling out Shannon Moore to a match. And he said something about, oh, how he wasn't a has-been, he was a never was wrestler, whatever the hell he said. And I thought that was interesting. I don't know where that came from, but hey, we're going to end up getting this match next week. If I heard correctly on commentary, I believe they did say that the main event or something like that for Ring of Honor. So they've already taped this match. I think it was this week. I think after Dynamite this week, they had already filmed this match or whatever. So I'm interested to see how that goes. Main event, the Women's IWGP Championship. We have Sari going against Alex Windsor. I thought this was amazing. Matter of fact, I will say, first of all, Sari, she has this energy about her where it's just like, I'm here, I'm going to fuck somebody up, and I'm leaving. I love that. I love people with that type of energy because I feel like if I was a wrestler, that would be me. And she gets in there, and Alex Windsor, she is not the type to just give up easily. And I'm watching her, and I'm like, okay, people like her. She's very likable. She's a babyface, obviously, and she's a great wrestler. In terms of promo, I probably wouldn't say, I don't have too much of an opinion on her because I don't think I've heard enough of her to hear it. But in my mind, watching how strong she was in this match, I thought, what if she feuded with Athena and possibly got the title from her? Now, I know some of y'all probably not ready to see Athena lose this title, but like, it's almost 3 years. We're literally at almost 3 years. And if they wanted to take the title off of Athena, we could use someone like Alex to be a huge focus in Ring of Honor and, end up winning the championship. And maybe just bring Athena back up. Now, I know she's injured right now, but like just have her one of those main focus in AEW would be really nice to do that with Athena. But whatever. I thought this was really strong. And obviously we've been hearing some rumors about Sari as well, being signed with the company or whatever. I don't know what that's about, but I would love for her to have more matches within Ring of Honor AEW. Put her on fucking Dynamite against somebody. Like, I think people who are not familiar with her would absolutely enjoy her. And I thought that she did really well with Alex Windsor. Obviously, the title being on the line, Alex wasn't going to win, but I thought that tonight, Alex Windsor, she definitely won me over a little bit more. Overall, the show was okay. I actually watched it twice because I felt like the first time I was just like, something felt missing for me. When we had the pay-per-view, Deadly Before Dishonor, like a month ago, whatever it was, the thing about it was the show was it was done really well as a pay-per-view. And this felt like a turning point based off the results and titles changing hands and things like that. It felt like right there could have been the turning point for Ring of Honor where things could have changed for the best. It felt like that for a little bit. And then now it just kind of feel like we're just throwing matches together. And, I made suggestions. Tony Khan, whoever it is that's watching my videos, like, people actually do like Ring of Honor. We love it. We're watching, we're paying, whatever, and we're going to the shows and everything, and we want to see it succeed. And I do feel like listening to people who are actually paying to watch this and invested into this would, help the product in the long run. And I feel like maybe we're getting back to being a little lazy again. But we'll see what ends up happening in the future. Like, we really got to get it together. We got one more pay-per-view for Ring of Honor. I think they said December 5th or December 6th for Final Battle, something like that, which is supposed to be at GalaxyCon. Was that in Ohio or something? Something to that effect. They did that last year as well. So let's see where that goes. Hopefully we get some big matches for that show. And I wouldn't be surprised if they would have did, you know what? If they would have did Hechi Seto and Bandito again, and Hechi Seto actually won, you know what? Actually, I wouldn't be mad at it at all. Like, I think that would be a really cool thing. Hechi Seto is definitely over with the fans, and we can use one more or two or three more titles at the Doghouse family. You guys, thanks so much for watching my review. I'll be back on Saturday with Collision. See you guys then. Bye.